Let's have fun for a second. Let's pretend your childhood dream comes true, and somehow, someway, you wake up in outer space tomorrow. First of all, you're welcome for the free trip. Second, ignoring all of the obvious what in the world is going on here questions, my first question for you is, what do you do now? A couple of backflips you never thought possible, perhaps? But maybe the better question is, what can't you do? Oh yes, space is not a free-for-all. There are rules all the way up there too. And if you plan to take the trip for real one day, you better get familiar. Now, I know what you're picturing. Probably a bunch of aliens in a boardroom with translators deciding what the laws are. Hate to disappoint you, but the rules are created by humans, and you may have heard of them. The United Nations is all over this. More specifically, the United Nations Office for Outer Space Affairs. It works to encourage international cooperation in space and, quote, enhancing the well-being of all countries and humankind. I know, it sounds like a beauty pageant world peace answer, but their words, not mine. A long time ago in a land not so far away, the UN Office for Outer Space Affairs tasked its Committee on Peaceful Uses of Outer Space to make laws for space. It came up with 5 international treaties and 5 sets of principles. They handle everything from freedom of exploration to damage caused by space objects. But tech news site Engadget makes a strong case for why the Outer Space Treaty is the most important, of the treaties at least. It creates the framework for space law. The countries who sign it agree to keep space non-militaristic and free of military bases or nuclear weapons. It says the exploration of space should be used in the interest of all countries, calling it the province of mankind. The U.S. Department of State recognizes 91 countries as part of the treaty. Now, of course, like any set of laws, there have been disputes over the technicalities. For example, in 1980, a man named Dennis Hope filed a declaration of ownership of the moon. Yeah, you heard that right. He said the Outer Space Treaty left a loophole for private individuals, thus making him its CEO. That's Celestial Executive Officer, according to government documents. No, this is real. So, before you gear up for your next overnight trip to space, make sure you take a rule book. I heard space jail is no joke.